So this list...
You picked the worst list I've ever seen.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Hey folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this right here is our bottom 5. That is to say the numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 games that every gamer should own. It's a rather pretentious title.
Yeah, it sure is.
We are going to give you 10 suggestions that if you are looking at jumping full bore into the board gaming hobby, we each are giving you 10 games that you should at least consider.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. Is it a little bit of a misnomer?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe. If you're a gamer, you have, at the very least, owned all of my games.
Wow.
Once.
Wow.
At once. I think you probably have.
Like you said before,
Maybe, maybe not.
I own all of these games
I do too.
currently. And I made 2 lists, one for heavy gamers, for real gamers, and one for just gamer gamers. But I didn't, the other ones were all, I didn't put any of the heavy games in the top.
I didn't put any heavy games on my list either because my idea is that gamers become facilitators, right, of gaming groups, or
Yep.
at least they can.
Sure.
And so you're not always going to be playing with gamers. You're also going to be playing with other people. And I've kind of took that into consideration. These are not all light games, but there are some in there.
That's actually a good way to put it. If you're a facilitator, if you're a gamer that's teaching a bunch of people, these actually work pretty good with that.
I stumbled
like it.
onto it. There
Yep,
we
yep.
go.
All right, fair.
All right, so we're changing the name of the list
No,
now.
we don't have to change the name.
Every facilitator should own these games. Or
There you go. That is correct.
So let's go ahead and get to it. Our bottom 5 games every gamer should, or facilitator should own. All right, my number 10. I tried to pick games from different, not necessarily genres, but different groupings. This is my party game entry for this list.
Okay.
It's Just One. Just One, I think, is a party game that is, first of all, easy to set up, takes about 2 minutes to teach, and you're off and running. And it's really fun. And that's why it's my number 10. It's a game that I do think everybody should have on their shelves, but I'm not a huge party gamer, and that's why it's number 10. As we get to the higher number, or the lower numbers rather, the higher ranks, you'll find that these are games that I really, really enjoy playing. This one I enjoy playing if everybody wants to play a party game. So if I have to pick a party game, this is probably going to be the one that I go to. So I won't mention the honorable mention that I didn't choose instead of this one, but we'll get to that later. But my number 10 is Just One. It's a great little fun party game, and it's just enjoyable. Easy to teach, easy to get to the table.
That is true. And I think I ranked mine from you should own to you must own.
Oh. Okay.
If you're a gamer. No,
All
I'm just
right.
kidding.
That's
I left the heavy stuff off. But
That's
all right. My number 10
Yep.
is a nice light engine builder. It's very inviting. It's very beautiful. It's got great graphics. Now, several of mine, you're going to be able to pick a version of the game because there are multiple versions of some of these.
Mine too.
My number 10 is Wormspan for me because I like dragons, but I think every gamer should either have a copy of Wormspan or Wingspan or Finspan if fish is your thing. I think this is a game that you can play with anybody, that should always be on your shelf, that's easy to teach, that's a great thinky engine builder, but it's not too long. This is a perfect game with all of those components for that engine building enjoyment that I really like. And I think that everybody should own this game.
They have to
Or
come out
one
with
version of
Fauna
it.
Span now, I think.
Well, okay.
I think they have to do
It's
that.
all trees and ferns at that point, I suppose, but who knows?
Well, wait, which one is it? Flora and Fauna.
Flora span, sorry.
Flora is the trees
Flora
and
is
stuff,
the-
right?
yeah.
Fauna
Fauna's
Span,
just
they need to come
random
up with all of
animals.
the animals. All
Yeah.
of the animals. That's what they need to do now.
Safari span.
I thought you said you're going to leave all the heavy games off.
That's a very light game. This is a light game. What is it, like a 2-5?
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
midway. That's not light.
I could have put Brass Birmingham on there, but I didn't.
Oh
so.
my goodness. All right, that's cool.
All right, my number 10, Wormspan, or Somewhere in the Family.
That's good. That's a good pick. That's a good game. My number 9 is I am a big fan of the 4X category of games. And for a long time, my favorite 4X game was Twilight Imperium 4th Edition. I do not think everybody needs to own Twilight Imperium 4th Edition. However, if you do like 4X games, Last Light should be in your collection. Last Light is a really fun, light, very easy to table 4X game that's over in about an hour and a half. And that's, I think, at its longest extent, maybe 2 hours. Whereas you're looking at 4, 6,
Sure.
8, 12 hours with Twilight Imperium 4th Edition. This Last Light is the 4X game that I think everybody could own if you enjoy that genre. I don't think that every gamer is going to enjoy 4X. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you do, this is one of the ones that needs to be on your shelves. Period. End of discussion. Really enjoy it a lot. My number 9, Last Light.
That's a good pick. I call it a 3.5x, but it's still, that's good.
It's true.
There's not a ton of Explore in there
No, that's true.
whatsoever, but
No,
it's
that's true.
it's a great game. And
There's
like
a
I said,
little
it's that-
bit. There's
a
a
little bit. That's
half.
why
There's a half a X.
3.5.
There's like a slash in
That's right.
there. Yeah.
Indeed. But that's a pretty good pick. That's a good pick. All right, my number 9 is a party game that every human being should own, whether you're a gamer or not. Everybody should own a copy of No Thanks.
What?
No Thanks is a fantastic game. You know what we need to do? Okay, so your number 10 was what?
Well, just one.
All right, I own that one.
Yeah.
My number 10 was Wormspan, Wingspan.
Yep. I don't own it because you own it.
Yeah, see, he's
I'm not a gamer
out. All right.
apparently.
Then your number 9 was Last Light. You own it. I don't own it.
Because I own it.
And my number 9 is No Thanks. Do you own it?
I used to. I did. I got rid of it a
I
while
give him a
ago.
quarter point credit. Okay. But anyways, No Thanks is a great game that every family should have, that every person should own
a
if
really
you're going
fun
to play games. This is such an easy game. It's a game where you're bidding on these cards, not technically bidding on these cards, but you want the lowest score possible, and you have these little tokens in your hand, whatever you start with, 6 or 7 of them. And to not take a card, because those cards have numbers which add up, you have to put one of your tokens out there. So sooner or later, if you just keep burning your tokens, you're going to have to take cards. So it's all about strategically taking cards, waiting for cards to have more tokens on them so that you can slough off more on different cards. It's a really fun game, and it also has a really cool mechanic where if you have a 19 or an 18 and you pick up a card that's next to that, you get to stack them so that only the lower of the two values counts against you in the game. So just a really fun party game.
Yep.
It's a blast to play.
It is.
And everybody should own No Thanks. Just so when I come over, it's ready to play.
I think I started to. I think I found out that I had lost some of the little tiddlywink chips that come in the game, and I didn't have a full set anymore, so I got rid of it. I think that's what happened. I could easily buy this game again and be absolutely happy with it. It's a very, very good game. So, good job. All right, my number 8 is one of those placeholders that he was talking about earlier with Wormspan, being a placeholder for any of the quote-unquote span games.
Yep.
This one is a placeholder for any of the quote-unquote Ticket to Ride games. And this one specifically is Ticket to Ride New York. And the reason I picked New York is because it's the one that is the most vanilla version of the new small box Ticket to Ride games. Now, I will say this, all of those different small box Ticket to Ride games, they all have a little bit of a different flavor to them. You're really playing the same game, but they have a little bit of a nuance in each and every one of the boxes. New York is the one that has the least amount of nuance. So it's closest to base game Ticket to Ride. Now, if you like those, then you can move on, I think, to some of the bigger box Ticket to Ride games, like the base game or whatever that are out there. I don't know. I can't pull all the names off the top of my head. There's a lot of them. Anyways, you've got a full smorgasbord of things you can dive into that this is a placeholder for. But Ticket to Ride New York is currently, I think, the most vanilla version of those small box games. And it's a placeholder for Ticket to Ride as almost its own genre of games at this point. But that's my number 8. He doesn't like it.
I don't like it. I think I got rid of my copy. I don't know. I owned
Of Ticket to Ride?
Of Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
I had Ticket to Ride.
Well, I mean, it's like I mean, I don't want to use this term flippantly, but it's pretty much a modern day classic at this point. I mean, everybody sees it in the stores. Everybody kind of knows what it is. It's kind of reached that echelon, I think.
Yep, Monopoly and Ticket to Ride.
No, stop
Game
it.
of Life.
You
Those
went too
three
far.
put together.
Went too far.
All right. My number 8 is a tile laying game that I really do think is great. It's one of the games that for a long time I was like, oh, I don't know why everybody's talking about this game. I don't need to play it. I don't want to play it. And then I played it, and then I realized how good Cascadia is.
Ooh.
Cascadia really is a game that everybody should own. It doesn't matter if you're a heavy gamer or a light gamer or whatever in between. Cascadia is just a fun game to put on the table. It's easy to get out there. It's easy to get people involved in making your biomes and putting your little animals out there in their patterns.
Yep.
There's nothing difficult about this game, but it is fun. It is engaging. It looks good on the table. And everybody should own a copy of Cascadia. It is really just such a nice little game. So
That's cool. That's good. My number 7 is based upon the idea that you're not always going to be able to play games with other people.
okay.
You're not always going to be able to even pull up just one other person. Sometimes you're going to have to, if you want to play a game, you're going to have to do it solo. And I used to say, if I'm going to play a game solo, I'm playing a video game. Used to say that all the time.
Okay.
I've changed my mind. Final Girl.
Okay.
Final Girl. And the cool thing about Final Girl is that you don't have to own everything.
Sure.
You just buy a core box, you buy a couple of the theatrical, I don't know what they call them. They have a really cool name for them. What do they call them? Theatrical
film boxes. Or
film boxes, yeah, whatever. You just buy a couple of the film boxes that pique your interest, and you've got a complete game with a lot of different kind of episodes that are going on in it. And I really do enjoy this game. It's probably the one. Now, I own a few solo games right now, but it's probably the one that I'm never going to get rid of. And I'll probably just be, I don't know, I'm not a huge horror fan, so I don't know how many of those little film boxes I'm going to add.
Sure.
But every once in a while, if they keep coming out with something that piques my interest, Vincent Dutrait's artwork, then I'll probably add another film box. But I don't think I'll ever get rid of it, whereas I might get rid of some of the other ones because...
Sure, you can outplay a solo game.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
can.
You
You
can.
can. But I don't think, I don't know. Final Girl, it seems like it might have a lot of longevity with it.
Sure, especially
So-
if you get more deals and
Yeah,
everything
more
else.
film
I didn't
boxes.
put this one on my list just for the fact that, I don't know what percentage of gamers are horror fans, but if you're not a
Yeah.
horror fan, you're gonna bounce off of this one.
Sure.
The mechanics and everything are really good. But
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't like this theme, it's
Yep.
all
The
theme.
the theme can be very off-putting. Yep, you're right.
I love the theme, but I don't expect everybody to.
Yep. My
All
number
right.
7, Final Girl.
My number 7 is an older game, but I still think this is probably my favorite party game for sure. And I did put 2 party games on here because I just think if you're bringing groups together, you're going to play party games. You can
Maybe.
only play No Thanks for so long. And then after that, you got to play Telestrations.
Yeah.
Telestrations is a game that everybody should own. It's widely available. It's been around for a long, long time. And everybody can have fun at it.
Yeah,
I mean, it
you're
doesn't
absolutely right.
matter what kind of person you are. If you're a very social person, obviously this is going to hit you pretty good. And, even if you're a thinky person, like it'll get you thinking and doing funny things, and you'll be
Overthinking.
planning and overthinking and all those kind of things, and they'll come into play, and you will love this game. So Telestration is basically the phone game, except for you're drawing pictures and then somebody else is guessing what it is, and you're spinning them around the table. And
Yeah.
the fact that everybody gets to play during every round and during all of it, it's just really fun. Telestrations is a great game, and everybody should have it on their shelves.
This is the one that we're going to call this a spiritual crossover, because this is the one that I was like, do I put Telestrations or do I put Just One on the list? And I enjoy Just One just a little bit better than Telestrations, so that's why Just One made the list. Could have easily been Telestrations. It's a great game. It's a great party game. It's one of my family's favorites when we have people over. So yeah, absolutely. It's a good pick. All right, my number 6 is a dice game. It's one of those things where I think dice are so inextricably linked to gaming that if you're putting together a list that is games that everybody should own, you have to have some dice games in there. Maybe even multiple ones, because dice are just linked to gaming.
Any dice.
He's got none. This is the dice roller that I thought of. Now, I left Dice Throne off in lieu of this because this one is a little bit more, it's a little better at multiple players.
Agreed.
King of Tokyo Dark Edition. It's better at higher players. If you only have 2 players and you want a good dice game, Dice Throne is where I think you should go as far as that's concerned. But this one, King of Tokyo Dark Edition, it's just better. It's just better for a larger number of people, larger groups. And it's really enjoyable. It's really fun. It takes that Yahtzee mechanism of rolling and then re-rolling twice in order to get the combination that you want. And it really puts a cheeky thematic flair on that activity of rolling dice. And I think it's really, really fun. So that's my number 6, King of Tokyo, specifically the Dark Edition.
Okay, copy that. That's a good pick. I thought about this. This was somewhere in my short list somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my number 6 is, now I'm not a roll and write person at all.
You put a roll and write on a top?
I put a roll and write in the top 10 because the truth of the matter is this roll and write has so many different levels, and actually this is a stand-in too, really, because this is Welcome to the Moon, and there are multiple Welcome to games. Welcome to the Moon is, in my opinion, the best one because it has 8 different maps that you can go through that go from pretty easy to play and then extremely brain burny to work out your puzzle while you're doing that. And that's why Welcome to is on this list, because you can pull this out and you can play with anybody. The first level is nice and easy and they can understand it and have fun with it. And then if you're like, hey, do you want to try something else? How about running numbers in 2 different directions while you make a moon base? Let's do that one and see if it'll melt your brain. And so you can just work through all these different levels. But this one is a great game to give to gamers. It's very visual. You got this little rocket and you're trying to cross off. You get to do all these crosses and X's and, you know, bonuses and crossing rockets off and shooting each other with these negative things. And Welcome to the Moon, it really is a great game, and as far as all the other roll and rides, this one blows them all out of the water, like 10-2. So, if your best one's 10-2. Other than that, most of them don't even score. So, anyways, my number 6, Welcome to the Moon.
That's a good game. That's a good fun game. I don't have the hate of roll and writes that JT does, but I do enjoy Welcome to the Moon. I've only played it once, but it was very fun, and I do enjoy roll and writes. So I think they can get too thinky sometimes, and that might just be because roll and writes to me are usually light activities. I don't want a whole lot of thinkiness there. I want just enough to make it challenging. But if it feels like I'm trying to figure out an Excel spreadsheet so that I can make budget in the next 24 hours, I don't know that I want to do that. You might not want to play the middle ones. But that's a good one. All right, well, that is that. Our numbers 10 through 6 are bottom 5 games that every gamer should own.
Yep.
So what you can do now is there's a link in the description below. You can go on over to the Flipside. That's where we usually put up content. And you can see our top 5 games that every gamer should own. And again, highly subjective, not objective at all. These are just good games for you to start with.
Yep, here's a couple honorable mentions for real gamers.
There we go.
The first one, Agricola, A Feast for Odin, Terraforming Mars, and Underwater Cities. There you go. There's 4
man.
games you should own.
Oh, for heavy gamers and you don't want a lot of friends.
And Brass Birmingham.
Oh boy, my goodness. All right, I'll give you half of mine then. I'm going to go with Marvel Dice Throne. We already mentioned that. Telestrations, already mentioned that. Pandemic, I think, is a game that you should own. Just missed my list though. It's for that cooperative grouping. But Stone Age is great. Resource management also has a lot of good dice rolling in it as well. So we'll hit up the rest of them on the other one. So we'll see you there on the flip side, folks. Take care.
See you later. Play good games.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.